Bright ASANTE APPIAH was an employee of Trial Carriage Limited, a company at Community 9 in Tema. On the evening of March 27, 2016, he was walking home on foot when he saw a car being driven by an Asian pull up at a gate and blow his horn. Shortly after, the gate was opened. Two foreign-bred dogs emerged and charged viciously at him. Bright was petrified and took to his heels for safety, the dogs chasing after him. While running, he fell and was indeed attacked by the dogs. He was rushed to Tema General and referred to 37 Military Hospital due to the severe nature of his injuries. He brought an action against the Asian man, who turned out to be a Chinese by name YUMIN, and the premises from which the dogs emerged, a company called Sunlight Engineering Limited. He sought damages for their negligence and the suffering he had been put through. The High Court, after the trial, imposed a total sum of more than 115,000 Ghana cedis as damages on Mr. YUMIN and Sunlight. They were aggrieved and appealed. The Court of Appeal heard the matter and only reduced damages by chipping away about 6,900 cedis. The court took the view that the said amount was transportation cost incurred by Bright that was not disclosed in his court documents. Mr. YUMIN and Sunlight took the matter further to the Supreme Court. They argued that their dogs were not mischievous or dangerous as claimed by the Court of Appeal. Sunlight, the company, argued that they did not own the dogs and so should not bear any liability for their losses. Mr. YUMIN argued that he was driving the car and did not open the gate, so he was not negligent. The court had to determine one essential issue. Did Mr. YUMIN and Sunlight act negligently to warrant the damages imposed? The court analyzed the basics of negligence as a tort liability. Everyone has a responsibility to act carefully so they don't cause harm to others in situations where harm can reasonably be expected. So if you had a duty to be careful towards someone, you failed to be careful, and that failure caused the person harm, then you can be held legally responsible for the harm. The Supreme Court indicated that it was surprising that Mr. YUMIN and Sunlight felt that they should be allowed to get away with the dangerous behavior of their guard dogs. There's a reason such dogs are called guard dogs. They have a special training given to them to make them unfriendly to third parties. Therefore, a person who keeps dogs for that purpose must ensure that they do not escape from their custody to threaten or harm people. Both the High Court and the Court of Appeal were correct in holding that they were negligent. Next was the question of damages. Were the damages too excessive? Bright had medical reports showing disfigurement of 30% and trauma at 10% and was awarded 115,000 Ghana cedis in total. The Supreme Court felt this was enough, but agreed with the Court of Appeal that the transportation figure of 6,900 Ghana cedis was not provided for in Bright's court documents. Accordingly, the High Court was not right in awarding same. Bright went home with a reduced amount of 108,000 Ghana cedis. What lessons do we learn? The law is now clear. Guard dogs are trained to be aggressive to strangers. If you have such dogs, you must control them so they do not escape to harm others. It is not a defense to say, "My dogs are not dangerous," or "I did not open the gate." Once the dogs emerge from your premises, you are liable. Follow Super Law Ghana Studios for more. Real stories, real cases, real people.